How's it going, everybody? Welcome back to the Rocky Mountain EDC channel. Today I have a video talking about the Apache 3800 rugged mobility case. So I have a previous video up on the channel talking about why you should not buy a Pelican case. And when it comes to hard, heavy-duty, rugged mobility cases such as Pelican, they tend to be overpriced. And I didn't go through the steps of talking about why I think the Apache case is better, at least in the terms of using it for knife storage, okay? So that is what we're going to talk about today. And if you end up enjoying the video, please give it a like and subscribe to the channel if you're not already. This channel is all about everyday carry gear, from pocket knives to lights to keychain tools to multi-tools to anything that you want in your everyday carry. I'm going to talk about it and cover it and give some of my personal opinions slash evidence towards what I think is good and what is not good. So give it a like and subscribe to the channel if you're not already. So the Apache 3800 case. Again, for the purpose of knife storage, a lot of these rugged mobility cases, the purpose of their function, right? They're meant to be rugged, they're meant to be tough. Pelican claims that if their cases were thrown out of a plane and submerged under water, that they could withstand and keep the contents inside safe from physical and even elemental types of damage. But as far as the EDC community goes, in terms of storage, right? Do you need something that is highly priced like the Pelican? And we're going to talk about the alternative, the Apache cases. This is the Apache 3800, which is what I would say a medium-sized case of this size. And this case can run between $29 to about $40, as opposed to the alternative Pelican case, which might be closer to $100. And when it comes to knife storage, right, we want to keep our knives safe and protected. We want to have easy mobility, right? Keep them safe, keep them secure, but also be able to carry them around. Also be able to have the ability to keep them locked, right, from unwanted hands. This case is going to do all those functions and save you so much money. So that's what we're going to talk about with the Pelican, or with the Apache, so versus the Pelican case. So again, it's a rugged case. It's going to have a hard exterior on the outside. It's going to have lock supported holes here with reinforced metal linings, so you can put various size locks on those to keep it secured in case you have any individual that you don't want going in and just getting inside the contents of the case. Comes with a very sturdy, rugged handle, and one of the things and one of the features that is really to that rugged standard is the pressurization dial. So again, this is trying to compete with Pelican, and a lot of these rugged heavy-duty cases is that they have this pressurization equalization dial. And these dials are really important, especially if the case is going in higher elevations, such as maybe on a plane, or they're going to be submerged underwater where they're subjected to high amounts of pressure, right? So you can adjust that dial to keep the pressure equalized. And that is, to an extent, if you have a case, that is pretty rugged, right? Because when we think about pressurization changes, we don't want things imploding, right? We don't want things to start to crush. So hypothetically, it could even withstand those types of pressures. As far as EDC and knife storage, I don't think that that is what a lot of people are looking for in knife storage. They're looking for something that's rugged, easy enough to carry, and it's going to keep all their knives secure. And this is going to do the job. So when we look inside the Pelican case here, we have this peel ply or pluck foam, okay? And obviously I have all of my knives that I deem important enough to include inside of the case. And what's really nice about these foam inserts is that in the 3800 and a lot of the other series is that they have two layers. So you have a bottom layer and then you have the top layer, and then you have this attachment layer that goes inside the lid. Okay, so that attachment layer is kind of keeping it secure, and then you have a bottom layer, and then you really have this middle layer that you can kind of mess with to make whatever type of inserts you want. So a lot of people are going to use these for electronic devices or anything that's really sensitive, such as cameras, right? Or even firearms. So this is going to keep things secure and intact without it moving around. And this is really good for, especially if you have knives that are much higher quality, or knives that you're not really going to use but you want to collect and you want to keep in pristine condition. So these are going to keep those secure. And again, it's customizable, so you can make whatever types of inserts inside of the foam that you would like. Whether you want one giant square, you want a smaller square, you want little slots like this for your knives, you can do that type of customization. And again, that's nothing new in terms of, comparing it to the Pelican case, but again, you're getting a lot of those features that people are looking for at a much more affordable price. And that's really nice. Now, as far as the true rugged ability of the Pelican case versus the Apache case, yes, the Apache case is a more budget option, right? And for the most part, it's going to meet a lot of those demands. Now, you could argue that the Pelican case, under more quality control, more testing of the cases themselves, better materials, right? You could argue that it is the superior case. But in terms of knife storage or just storage in general, I don't think that we're chucking our knife cases on a plane, off of a plane, right? Do we have a private jet plane that we're going to be chucking our knife cases off? I don't think so. Are we going to be taking our entire knife collection on a boat with the risk of it going to the bottom of the ocean? I don't think so, right? As far as just an over the top, right? This is over protection for your knives. This is over protection for the things that you want. Easy carryability, protected, safe, easy lockability, right? You have that option with the Pelican case. And I think that this is a really good case. And again, it is also watertight, right? So it's going to keep things secure. It actually has a rubberized rim where the two ends meet. So when we have the bottom section and then we have the top section, and it's going to keep that safe. So, if hypothetically, a more realistic standpoint is you have your knife storage maybe somewhere in your house and you live somewhere where possibly it floods, right? This is going to keep your knife safe. In that extreme condition, that will keep your knife safe. Keep your collection safe. Keep whatever valuables you have inside secure, watertight, damage safe, right? And I think that this is a great alternative. Now, again, they have various sizes, right? Still at that affordable price range. And I highly recommend the Pelican, right? If you're just using this case for general storage, general protection, don't go with the Pelican case. Unless you really want to spend the money on it, you don't need that, right? This is going to be a much more budget-friendly option for that knife storage. And I highly recommend the Apache case. Now, there are a few things, and I don't know if this is solely Apache itself, but you will notice, again, with any type of budget thing, you're going to notice some type of difference. And one thing I do notice with the case is that it does get some wear on the plastic on the back hinge area. Now, I don't think that this will mess with the integrity of the seal, keeping it watertight, but it is a minor detail, and that's really what we have to think about when we think about paying for quality, right? Up to a certain degree, when you spend money on a product, there's not much different. It starts to get down to the minor details, right? That make the difference. Why are you spending the extra money? Small things. The plastic locks, right? The secure locks. Will this over time, that plastic on plastic, right? If it's a cheaper plastic, however they decide to make this, right? Whatever polymer material, if this wears over time where maybe it doesn't give you that secure lockup that you want every time, that's a possibility, right? Maybe the pressurization is not, it works, but maybe it's not 100% reliable all the time. Those minor details. But again, we're not wanting, at least in terms of this knife storage, we're not wanting something that can withstand, you know, Superman, right? We want something to store our knives and keep them relatively safe, easy to transport. And this is going to be a lot better alternative to the Pelican, but also a better alternative than just keeping your knives or chucking your knives in a drawer, in a box, where they're all rubbing against each other or moving around and you don't have any easy organized storage. This offers that, and I highly recommend it. So that is the Apache 3800. Again, these can run for around $30, $29.99, up to about $40, depending on where you buy and what deals you can get. Highly recommend it, especially for everyday carry knives or gear that you want to keep safe and protected. Again, this is not a sponsored video. This is just my personal opinion, what I have found has worked. So again, take that with a grain of salt, buy what you like, but I do highly recommend this case if you are looking for something in that realm. So again, thanks for watching the video. If you liked it, give it a thumbs up and subscribe to the Rocky Mountain EDC channel. Thanks.